Good evening and welcome to tonight's show from DJ and TV, Disc Jockey News TV. Tonight's show is brought to you by Electra Voice, DJ Event Planner, DJ Trivia, Odyssey Innovative Designs and Cases, NLFX Professional, Promo Only, and the DJ and TV Insiders. Hey, we are back for show number 2 here tonight on DJ and TV. This session, we are going to be talking about wedding music. We've got I'm trying to get too many words in here. I don't know where I'm going to go. Matt Campbell here from My Wedding Songs. Good evening, Matt.
Good evening, John. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks for joining me here. Wedding music is such a, yes, that's what I am. I'm a wedding DJ, but keeping up with it and being hot in that area and hot is a lot more work to a point these days than it was 10 years ago. And you've kind of found yourself in a niche and working in that area.
Yeah, it's, with all the couples going to the streaming services and YouTube, I think there's just such a vast amount of music, even more so back in the day when we relied on, the Columbia CDs, back in the day to, just to even the DJ pools, it was a lot easier. And now with the unlimited access of music, it's just exploded.
So you went back to CDs. Oh, come on now. You can go back farther than that. You remember the Columbia, the records when we would get vinyl sent out from Columbia.
I was never a vinyl DJ. I did the cassette singles, if you remember those.
Oh yeah, oh yes. We thought when we moved to cassette and we could avoid the bouncing dance floor type of thing, and we thought we had the world by the button until we realized that cassettes only had you could play them 50 times or whatever it was, and by the time the season was over of high school dances, they were shot.
Yes.
Why does it sound so bad? Why does it sound staticky? Why is there tape flying out of my tape player? I don't know, man. So yeah,
and then getting the pencil to rewind it.
Yeah, exactly. You got really good at that. So there's a lot more sources and such. So what I guess are you doing with My Wedding Songs to help DJs when it comes to that side of the their jobs or the profession?
So the elevator pitch is we are a free online source of song suggestions. We have over 600 playlists on the site. And of course, me being a party of one, I don't update all of them, but our wedding songs, I definitely do update regularly. So I'm going out to the sources like YouTube, all of the new release platforms. I'm checking those out, listening to the songs, listening to the lyrics, trying to decide which I would play for my weddings. And then saying, okay, let's add these songs to, this would be a great first dance song. This would be a great processional songs. And then just adding them to the site and then always updating those, I would say 55 or so wedding song lists that we're constantly updating.
So you're going to the different sources. You're listening to things. Have you found some songs that have been in there that have been like hidden gems that once some people found them later, they were like, oh my God, that's a great song. In your research?
There has been a few, actually. It's funny. I have a good friend that is a choreography for First Dance. She's a choreographer. Mm-hmm. And one of my favorite new, fairly recently is Leon Bridges' Beyond, which would make for a great First Dance song, but nobody's really selecting it as a First Dance song. Mm-hmm. Another one that came out recently was Pink Sweat's song 17. Where if you have a couple that maybe met in high school, it talks about being 17 and then living your life together, and it's just a great love story.
And where are you finding those? As far as, are these things you're finding on YouTube, or are they on lists that pop up, or how did that get on your radar?
I'm checking about 10 sources, and I'm checking the iTunes charts. I'm checking the Amazon charts. I'm checking all of the songs that are being released. There's Billboard charts, even what's trending on YouTube. So it's just you can't just go to YouTube and search wedding songs, because I'm going to say 90% of them are going to be Indian uh, um, Indian language, and not a lot of them are for the English language. So you just have to have to change your search a little bit so that way you can find those songs.
Yeah, I think that would be a daunting task, especially when you're trying to trying to find sources like that. So
Yeah, it's I've been doing it for 17 years now, so it's just I've learned to check certain platforms. But now that I've created relationships within the industry, now some people actually reach out to me as well.
Okay.
So
So are you having labels reach out to you then, or is it just other DJs who are like, "Hey, I've got this really cool song I found"?
it's actually a lot of PR companies for the labels will reach out and say, "Hey, we have a new song. Go and check it out."
Uh-huh. That one makes, I've had that myself on a couple of occasions where you get a PR company who's like, "Here's the newest, this nice young lady who's got this song. It's going to be the hottest one for the upcoming season." And I think it comes from the All Access, because I'm registered with All Access Radio and that side of it.
Oh,
And then
yep.
you get the song and you're listening to it, and it's like, okay.
Actually, that happens a lot where the artists themselves will reach out, and it just sounds like a guy in his bedroom playing keyboard, and it's okay. I don't think this one really fits into what I want.
Yeah, and we mentioned the bedroom and laugh about it a little bit, of course, and then you get someone like a Billie Eilish who comes out and Eilish there who does her bad guy in the bedroom and becomes this
Right.
pop superstar. So yeah.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong. Some of those are fantastic, but I'm going to say 90% are not very good.
So the music list that you really spend time with, are you just focusing on like the first dance, father daughter dance, and mother son, or are you pretty much going all the different aspects of a wedding?
All the different aspects. We do by genre, era, dance style. So I'll be looking at that, as songs come out, where I'll say, okay, here's a great waltz song. Let's add that to the wedding waltz song list. Or there might be a new party song. We'll add that to the party song list. But the weddings are primarily that are what's being updated all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, having so many song lists, there's a lot of people who are musically inclined. They'll say, "Hey, you're missing this song," so then we'll go ahead and add that as well, and they'll throw that in the comments.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Getting that feedback is really important, because even from market to market, how much it changes.
Right. And there's only 3 lists that I update regularly. So the newly released gets updated weekly, and then we have 2 lists: the wedding day playlist and the Hot 50. Those get updated monthly. So those are on my schedule to do every single month or every single week. And then New Music Friday has been a huge hit for Spotify. So I'm always checking that list to find out what the new songs are,
Mm-hmm.
and then what I can be adding to the song list.
So for people who would like to be able to access and check these out, what's the best way for them to do that, or how does that work?
Just go to myweddingsongs.com, and then right from there you can it says get started. That'll take you to the wedding day playlist. But if you scroll down, it'll say popular song lists, or popular wedding song lists, and those are all the wedding song lists that are commonly being updated.
Mm-hmm.
So like you said, everything from the ceremony, the reception, era, genre, and all good stuff. Yeah.
Excellent. So what got you into doing this? You mentioned, of course, that you were a DJ, but why
Right.
curate these lists like that?
So I guess I'm going to tell a little long story. So I was DJ'd in the 90s. My last dance was the millennial dance when the world was going to end
Oh yeah.
in 1999 to 2000.
Yep.
And then that next week, I actually met my wife online and moved to Las Vegas.
Nice.
And so still had the love of music and weddings. Didn't really want to start a DJ business all over again in Vegas. So I decided to create a wedding planning site in 2003. So I started weddingmuseum.com. There was a terrible name, but majority of our traffic was going to the song list that I created just because of my DJ background.
Okay.
So in 2017, January 2017, we changed the name and rebranded to My Wedding Songs and just said, let's just focus on the music.
Do you just have DJs then from the United States, or is it kind of a more worldwide that are involved?
It's primarily, I'm going to say, just looking at the traffic, primarily United States, Canada, and the UK.
Okay.
But we still get a lot of traffic from India, so we added some Indian themed song lists as well in our ethnic section. So Sanjeet, other Indian song lists, Bollywood, So
Have you gotten into any Latin music and getting into that a little bit yet, or is that still on the works coming down the line?
I actually do have some Latin song lists. We have our Latin top 50 on there that I'm pulling from Amazon that I'm trying to update regularly, but probably I'm going to say once every couple months that I'm updating that list as well. But there are some like Quinceañera song lists, some other Latin as well.
DJ Rev is with us. Mentions, of course, TikTok is another site for songs, and I know when it comes to the high school songs, that's what my son has been utilizing more of that. How the technology changes for us.
And actually, Billboard recently released an article about how artists should promote their music on TikTok. And if you go to Spotify, then you can check out a song list of popular TikTok songs. It's about 240 songs on the list that gets updated regularly. So if you are doing the high school dances or college parties, I highly recommend going to Spotify and going and checking out those songs. But for me, I don't see a lot of wedding songs on those lists.
Yeah, probably not so many. Maybe one or two for down the road type of thing. But yeah,
right.
Yeah, not so much today. Matt, if people want to find out more information again, where should they go to check things out and to check out the list?
So you'd go to myweddingsongs.com. And a shameful plug, we also have a podcast. And then you can also go to our Facebook page, My Wedding Songs, on Facebook as well.
Excellent. I'm putting that into the description and the chat for those of you out there who are watching. You guys can pop in there and go check out the different song lists and such that Matt has put together for the wedding DJs, or the working DJs, actually, because you've got some of the more upbeat or more current stuff too in there for a variety of different applications.
Yeah, my goal is to say, here's the most popular songs, but brides and couples don't want the most popular songs at every wedding, so I'll throw some obscure songs on the list as well.
Nice. So it gives you that little different flavor for
Yes.
what you're doing. Excellent. So we I just want to take a couple of minutes here towards the end here, Matt. You mentioned, of course, you're down in Las Vegas with that, and because you're in the neighborhood, you were over there with us for Photo Booth Expo here a few weeks back.
I was.
What was your thoughts on the Photo Booth Expo? Because I don't think that was your first year there with Photo Booth Expo, wasn't it?
Yes, that was my first year, and I didn't realize how big the photo booth industry was until attending that show. It's incredible. It's incredible.
Yeah, it definitely. Very first time of walking into that exhibit hall and seeing that, it was like, whoa, because we've come from the DJ world where we're used to that size hall. Anything with the photo booth, that experience that just was kind of a beyond the size of it and how large, is there something else that kind of stood out that was kind of a cool thing that you saw or you experienced at the show that kind of again stood out?
I would say just for the DJ side, I liked how you guys had the talks in its own area, so that way it was kind of separated, because a lot of the photo booth people were not very favorable in the DJs being there. So I thought that's, just being separate and having your own space, I thought that was very good. And just the number of people that attended, just for the first time incorporating the DJs, I thought that was phenomenal.
Yeah, we had a lot of DJs there, which there have been over the last few years. There's a lot of DJs who have both a DJ company and a photo booth company, and they were excited to be there because they could, do a lot of get a lot of training on one track or the other, and then of course they could see a lot of cool things in the exhibit hall. So.
Right.
Excellent. Well, Matt, we're going to wrap things up. Once again, myweddingsongs.com. That's in the description down below. You guys can go check that out and see what Matt's got out there. And we'll be back here at the top of the hour. We're going to be getting ready. I think we've got Rob Peters coming up, and we're going to talk about getting yourself ready to do some midweek money things. So just hang on, and we'll be back here in just a couple of minutes here on DJ and TV. Thanks, Matt.
Thank you.